today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 57 yards.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there. They're all fully committed to making this a game where he really breaks free and climbs a couple of spots.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. Now a give, running left, it's Sayers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of the team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
On third down, Vic. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment.
He's got a man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Rivers. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On the give, here comes Peyton. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Rivers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very...
Touchdown, Bears! Robbie Anderson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On play action, Vick rolling to his right. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Another run with Sanders. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
The Lions at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic incomplete. It was knocked away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. It's a play fake. Now Vic on the move to his left. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Williams, a man in motion right. Vic to throw on fourth down.
That's caught by Rison.
Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. That'll be caught. It's Hester. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Rivers now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
All right, Mr. Fantasy Champion, we just saw him fake a field goal, and the kicker has the opportunity to throw a pass. He completed it, but not for a first down. Does anyone get any points for that?
No, he just gets some pride going back to the sideline saying he completed a pass as the kicker. But the big thing here is they didn't get enough for the first. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Vick. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Vick back around his own goal line. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break.
That message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The pass
looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A first down throw coming for Vick. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, Vick. Flushed out, and he's going to go down again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Vick goes play action. Out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
In motion left comes Williams. Now Vick on 4th down.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball.
He's got a man, complete. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route. Often against the safety, you like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Peyton up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it out.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, it's Peyton. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
On 1st and 10, Rivers to the left side and caught by Hester. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They go play action. Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action. But that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Under pressure, they got him again. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Vic readies to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Williams, a man in motion right. 4th down, Vic. Into the hands of Rison. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The throw on 2nd down from Vic, incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. Anthony, I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Play action now. Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Rivers. And Anderson's got it. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So a tough pill to to swallow there a would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Another run here with Sanders. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
In motion left comes Williams. Vick to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
So now the Bears down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 40 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Rivers on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
Fighting Harry.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now Rivers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vick. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Detroit, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week.